From the 2013 International CES in Las Vegas, this is another Into Tomorrow ITTV special report.
Our next guest is with a company helping content creators, oh, that's us as well, produce over, get this, 60,000 hours of content a week. 59,000 hours are us. No, I can't possibly say that. But most of it live by a whole bunch of folks all around the world. He's the Senior Vice President of Strategic Development for NewTek. Welcome back, Philip Nelson. Hey, Philip, how are you, sir?
Man, it is great to be here with you at CES.
Always a pleasure to have you with us because, again, you guys always are coming out with cool new things and increasing these opportunities for folks to really provide content and to do unique things. And when I say folks, I'm talking about everywhere from maybe your church, your school, your various associations, the corporate world now getting the big picture about how they can use NewTek's products, the TriCaster specifically, and we're going to talk about that, to really help sell whatever it is, whether they're selling, or it's just image, or it's just information. It's all there.
Well, you know, it is exciting. You know, as budgets decrease, you know, the demand for content or the demand for information to be shared doesn't go away.
Yeah.
And so through live streaming and using a TriCaster, companies like FedEx can ship their TriCaster over to the Middle East for a national or international conference and then stream that information back to all of the employees here on the ground in the U.S.
That's true. Those who can't attend such a conference, in those kind of cases, a company like that with a huge amount of employees, yet everyone gets informed. Everybody has the details.
You know, even here on the show floor, Samsung has a TV studio that's being powered here by TriCaster. So it really is allowing so many people to get into internet television. And you know, one of the things that I think is so important this year is that for years we've called streaming the second screen.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But you know, is it really the second screen now? You know, there's so many people that go to the web first for their programming. And so, you know, it's not an option. Streaming's not a novelty. You know, it's an important piece of any marketing or communication strategy. And so it's exciting that you know, one of those pioneers that started adding
hey, are
live
you saying
streaming
I'm old?
That's what your son said.
Yeah, okay. Well, and he's right. But thank you. You're right, because we have been using the TriCaster since it came out.
You have been.
And various iterations of it, because you continue to make it better and provide more inputs and more features, and of course went to high def years ago. It's with the rest of the world, of course. But it's been our pleasure to use the NewTek products to help our audience get the big picture, if you will. And it is important to see how this industry in itself has grown dramatically. And it's not so much the second screen anymore. In many cases, you're right. A lot of our audience, too, the TV has become that second screen. It's online is their first.
That's correct. And, you know, the thing that's also important about TriCaster and what makes it unique is doing something on the web is important, but making it look like television is also very important, because if you have a valuable message or a product, you know, the credibility of your message is really determined by your presentation.
That's true.
And so here at CES, you've got multiple cameras, you're rolling in graphics. This is internet television. It's not just some random web stream with a webcam glued up on a wall somewhere.
Yeah, and it's not you know, a cable TV show out of a basement, you know, that sort of thing either.
Right.
It's a perception issue, and it's amazing too, because people will pay more attention to a quality production. Chris has now panned over to show you the setup. For example, we're taking a peek. Again, if you're in your car, have no fear. Don't be looking at your radio right now. Just know that you can come by intotomorrow.com at your leisure and check out what we're showing you right now. This happens to be the screen for the TriCaster. We've got 3 cameras in here, of course, all high def. Chris has the ability to do all sorts of special effects and switching. You can see the audio. You can see this whole virtual switcher, all the controls on the box. And that's the brains there. That's the TriCaster that he's showing us right now. And all the inputs and outputs. I mean, we've got everybody covered.
Well, you know, the TriCaster, for your listeners that aren't really TV or streaming video experts, the easiest way for them to understand what it is we've taken that giant television truck that you've seen at news events or behind a stadium, and we've shrunk it down into this little box and allowed anyone to do internet television. We always talk about the high-level clients like the NBA or Miss Universe or the X Games or MTV. The name drop goes on and on. But the real excitement is 5th grade classes here in Las Vegas, or when you see students really becoming live television producers, because now it's not only affordable enough, because we have TriCasters that start as low as $49.95.
And by that you mean $4,995.
Yes.
We don't want people thinking you're going to get one for $50.
Yeah, under $5,000.
Right.
And it's easy enough to use that within an hour, a 6th or 7th grader could use it.
Yeah, and that's cool because not only are they creating cool content, but they're learning about this industry that they may want to take as a career ultimately. And even if it's not that, they're still getting their message out to their audience, whether it's their fellow students or whatever the case might be.
It's extremely powerful.
Yes. One of the cool things, and this is a new addition that has recently come out, is virtual sets as well. And now we have a virtual set editor too, which allows you to do some really cool things. Tell me real quick about VSE.
Well, when you have a green screen, the old school way of doing it is just to put a picture behind somebody.
Yeah.
But in TriCaster with virtual sets, you're putting them in a real 3D world. And you see reflections on the desk, you see video screens, and this is actually virtual set editor, so that you can see that I can put my talent at a certain spot on the screen, I can put video monitors anywhere on the screen, I can change out logos. And so TriCaster has always had that virtual set capability, but now with virtual set editor 2, you can have on a laptop a tool to create your own custom virtual sets and make it look like you're sitting in $1 million soundstage when you're actually sitting in front of a $20 piece of green cloth.
Yeah, exactly. And pulling it off, because thus the whole virtual set idea.
Right.
And you guys are doing these unique things and a whole lot of other features. You've got to check them out at NewTek. It's NewTek.com, and you'll see what Philip and the team over at NewTek are up to on a regular basis, not only with the TriCaster, but other very cool things. We do invite you to check them out, and we'll talk more about them. We talk about them frequently on the radio show and our use of the TriCaster literally around the world.
Well, it's an honor to be here, and I'm really excited to see what crazy virtual sets you guys come up with now.
Yes. With the new virtual set editor, Chris is already dreaming up some pretty interesting things.
Let the fun begin.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Philip.
Thanks, Dave.
We're back with more from Las Vegas. I'm Dave Graveline. This is Into Tomorrow on the Advanced Media Network.